At a recent car show, I had this nasty habit of looking at one car on display and then I look over at my car. I would walk on to the next car and I did the same thing. Well, as the tour progressed, I began to have this deep sense of jealousy over these cars. Now, what makes it even more embarrassing is that most of these cars were old, run down, and in rough shape. Yet, I still became jealous. Jealousy can subtly creep into our hearts and has the potential to disrupt our relationships and distance us from contentment and spiritual well-being. The Bible addresses this issue directly, offering us guidance on how to confront and overcome the feelings of jealousy and envy. Let's look at Exodus chapter 20, verse 17. You must not covet your neighbor's house. You must not covet your neighbor's wife, or male or female servant, ox or donkey, or anything else that belongs to your neighbor. This commandment, while straightforward, digs deep into everyone's lives, challenging us to look at our desires and the motivations behind them. It calls us to a life of contentment, free from the grasp of envy. Exodus 20:17 is part of the Ten Commandments, fundamental laws from God that guide our moral and spiritual habits. The command not to covet goes beyond simply telling us not to take what isn't ours. It speaks to the state of our heart. Coveting isn't just about wanting more. It's a reflection of discontent and a mistrust in God's provision for our lives. When we covet what others have, it reveals a lack of gratitude for what God has given us and can lead to a cycle of constant dissatisfaction and resentment. So, how can we overcome jealousy and envy? Start by focusing on gratitude. Each day, make it a practice to list things you are thankful for. This could be as simple as a sunny day, a great meal, or meaningful work. Gratitude shifts your focus from what you lack to the abundance you already have. Paul reminds us in Philippians 4, verses 11 through 12, about learning to be content in any and every situation, which is key to combating jealousy. Pay attention to what influences your feelings of jealousy. Social media, for instance, can often drive jealousy. Take time to assess how your environment and your media consumption may be feeding feelings of envy. Consider setting boundaries or taking breaks from social media to realign your focus with reality and God's purpose for your life. One of the most powerful antidotes to jealousy is to actively celebrate other people's successes. Make it a point to congratulate others when good things happen to them. This can be challenging, especially if their good fortune highlights what you feel you are lacking. However, choosing to celebrate with them helps to break the cycle of envy and builds a spirit of community and love. Friend, the commandment, do not covet, is as relevant today as it was when it was first given. It calls us to a life of satisfaction in what God has provided. It's a true display of our trust in God. By cultivating contentment, evaluating our influences, and celebrating others' successes, we can combat jealousy and live a life that is rich in gratitude and generosity. Let's aim to find joy in our own blessings and see the successes of others as a cause for celebration, not competition. Now that your contentment is on your mind, go win today.